Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Libra. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Libra, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, but most of all for showing up. Libra, the deck is splitting while I shuffle. Let's see, we have some cards showing. 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups. So, disappointed with third parties are concerned. 9 of Wands. That's because you're healing from that disappointment with third parties. We have the Queen of Cups. Really taking care of yourself, going over what you've been through. Emotions, you have the strength, you have the know-how, you have the abundance coming to you, Libra, with the Empress, and the strength to get through this. And we have one more showing, Page of Cups with the World. So what you want to do, what you love to do, maybe it's an apology for some, maybe it is just a new adventure that you want because something's coming to an end. It could be an apology that will make a cycle end, or it could just be that you're letting everything go and you're putting an end to suffering by starting up something new for yourself, because you have that encouragement from deep within and you're following your instincts, you're following that know-how, you're looking right at your own strength, because you know that you're overcoming, and you've overcome in most cases the disappointment with third parties. And then we have, could be for family too, it's not just romance, third party situations. We have the Queen of Cups, where she is more discerning, and that's what you have come to understand, or you have overcome, or just you come to realize that you need to be more discerning in some cases. For others, it is just a question of, okay, I'm ready, I want to move on now. We have the Hangman. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Ace of Swords, again with our Queen of Cups. So it's really being patient and allowing the time to pass and having all the truth come, because you will be victorious. Again, the Strength card is showing with the Empress again. So it's quite clear that what you want to do, you'll be able to do now if you were not able to before. Something that you've done in the past is coming up. Again, it's with the Hangman, the 10 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. That indicates that something has come to an end. You have decided to put something to an end. In some cases, it's a divorce that's come in final, or you've made the decision to divorce. Others of you, it's a question of allowing the next person that space and you taking yours because of what was done in the past. Now, what was done in the past could be work that you've completed with another person. Again, the deck is splitting. It's a 6 of Wands, because you were successful. The work is complete and it was a success. And here we have our 4 of Cups. Now you want to move on to something different, because you've come to see the end of something, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a project. You're ready to take on something new with that Page of Cups that we saw earlier. Ooh, Libra, breaking the deck on 3 of Swords. So, and it's showing the 10 of Wands. So the burden of disappointment is over. At least it's come to an end. You've put the time needed for that. You've put it in. You've gone through it. Now you're just, okay, ready to start something new on your own. Or if you have someone lined up, then you're feeling ready to take on a relationship. And if you don't have anybody lined up, then you're just ready and open for a relationship to come your way. Like, you won't refuse, you'll be ready, you'll say yes. Libra, what a mouthful to start with. Again, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, but most of all for showing up. I'm using the Stained Glass Tarot by James Edward, and we're doing the Celtic Cross, so I haven't changed the spread. But for the Oracle, we're using the Herbal Astrology Oracle by Adriana Ayales. Let's just cut. Ooh, this deck, I wanted to cut specifically that way. Cards are taken at random. To start with, we have the Three of Cups. So third-party situations, family gatherings, just gatherings in general is where you're at. So if you were dealing with people, groups, or specific people, you've come to understand a little more about them. Again, we saw that with this Three of Swords, this card. So overcoming third-party situations was what we saw. And now we see the King of Pentacles. So really overcoming and stepping up and being in control and not having to deal with third parties. Not being bothered or disturbed by a third party in particular, or a group of people, or family. You're not allowing anybody to step into your circle that will create a disturbance. You're very much in control now, Libra. You've been through quite a bit. Then we have our Knight of Pentacles. So you have a plan, because he always has a plan. And you're just starting something new or wanting to start something new. Either way, you are moving forward. You are looking into the future. You're expecting to see change come. But you have a plan, and you're working directly with that plan. Three of Swords in the past, or what's rooting you, it's because of the injuries that you've sustained emotionally. Through, again, the Three of Swords with the Three of Cups, you have taken that experience, or those experiences, depending on your situation, and you're using them to your advantage, or at least you're using the experience to carry you through into what would be a stronger version of yourself. You're not allowing the hurt to take over your emotions, because King of Pentacles, it's not that he doesn't have emotions. He just doesn't allow his feelings to rule him. He will squelch the suffering, the hurt, so that he can get through his day of work. So if it is that you feel like you're masking what would be a hurt, well, not just a hurt, but an experience of pain, you're masking it. Well, that's just your way of getting through it. And eventually you won't have to mask it, because you would have absorbed the experience and you'd be using it to fuel your future, which is exactly what you're doing. You're taking that experience or those experiences, and you're looking for ways to improve yourself, or to just change the way that you're living, whether it is to earn more money or to make something of an abundance come to you. Build your legacy, in other words. Here we have the recent past, or not so long ago, is the Temperance card. So again, you were healing. You were going through a time of silence, a time of meditation, a time of just being alone with yourself and with your thoughts, and overcoming what would be a painful situation or circumstance that you may have experienced. And this is just recently that you're feeling better, that you become a little more patient with yourself, and again with others too, including people who may have inflicted some form of pain upon you, emotionally speaking, because this is 5 cups here. And 5 cups is pretty much reminiscing on the past, and feeling lonely and feeling alone and left out, or missing someone. I mean, you go through all of those emotions and realize that you're better off alone in some cases, or you use that sense of feeling alone to create something new, follow what you really want, replace that sense of loss with a new project. And that is what is bringing you to the King of Pentacles, because you're really working on yourself. You're allowing yourself to feel what you feel. You're not disregarding the hurt that you've been through, and that is where maturity comes in, because you're allowing that. You're not just masking it and blocking it out or ignoring it. You're feeling, but you're not telling, you're not sharing. And that is where the mask comes in, because you don't want to go into the hurt and the suffering with any and everybody. And if you do say or speak of it, you're turning it into, well, it's just making me stronger now. I want to do something different. I want to overcome this. Here we have the 9 of Wands. So a future card. A future card here is the healing. Here is where you're ready to face. You're ready to face that suffering, that pain, and really speak about it. If it is that you have to, you'll be able to talk about it. But this is more of not trusting too much in getting into another relationship or any relationship for a certain time, because you're feeling weary, you're feeling worn, you've been through a lot. That 9, you've been through a lot, and you're not trusting. You're not easily trusting. You're being more discerning, and that is a big lesson that you may have had to learn in this with this experience or these experiences. I mean, to what point you've been hurt, if it is more than one person, or if it is a particular person that you're not trusting, or just people in general that you want to take time away, that you've taken time away from, because you're just feeling that vulnerability, and you're thinking to yourself that you need to be a little more discerning, so you're not trusting so easily to jump into another relationship. And here we have the 4 cups. See, you're looking for something different. You want to break out of a depression. If you were in a depression, you want to see things differently, because you keep getting the same kind of, whether it's a relationship type of person that you're mingling with, you're feeling like something's not right. I keep getting the same thing. I don't want this again. I want something different. And this is why you're not trusting, because you have that sense of, well, I thought I was getting something different, and I ended up getting the same thing. But see, this is where you have to change your perspective, and the Moon card shows up. Now, we just had a full moon. Sorry, new moon. We just started the new moon. This is a day ago when I post this. We had a new moon starting. And here we see that we're not so much afraid, but we are wanting to keep things secret. We're not telling. We're keeping things to ourselves. This is a particular person, probably the person that you're not trusting. because you know of their secrecy, you know of their habits, you know of the way they behave. And then again, this is away from you. This is what you cannot see. So take it as it resonates. For a particular person that you may not be trusting, you know that they have secrets, or they're keeping secrets, or they're being very secretive. Or you may be, someone may be interested in you and they're keeping that to themselves. They're not coming forward to tell you, because they know that you've been through quite a bit, and they don't want you to distrust them. Again, take it as it resonates. If you're not with anybody that you have just come out of a relationship that you had to either end, or you realize that it's no longer going in your favor, it is a timing card where the moon is telling that something is coming your way that you're not going to expect, because you're not able to see what it is that's coming towards you. And it is something that you will least expect that will come towards you. Again, if you're manifesting, now is a good time, because the moon is taking on the new phase. It's going in through the new moon cycle, going into fruition, into full moon. Should be, I think, by the end of the month, going in, I think it's the first week of July. It's a 10-day period that you would count from the new moon to bring it into a full moon. So if it is that you're manifesting, that you want to meet, or you want to start something, or you want something different, well, now is a good time. Someone may already be manifesting you into their life, or again, there's secrecy. There's a lot of secrecy. It's hidden. Whatever is coming your way is hidden. It's not meant for you to see. Spirit is going with divine timing here, because you don't trust. Spirit is not going to tell you or let you see what is coming your way. Again, it's a question of being ready. If you are overcoming and you're feeling strong and you have the strength and you're following your intuition, because we saw the Empress earlier, here we have the High Priestess. So being open to new relationship. We saw the Page of Cups, wanting to have something new, or wanting to start, or wanting forgiveness, etc. You want to see something different is where you're at. And Spirit is saying, yeah, you're going to get something different. You're not going to expect this, what I'm going to bring you. But you need to be open, and you need to follow your intuition, because the fear is that you'll end up in a third-party situation again, because that's what you keep getting. This is why you're not trusting. But you must trust in Spirit. You must allow for Spirit to know that you don't want that type of a relationship anymore. And if you're fearful that you will get one, then that is you manifesting more trouble coming into your relationships, because you're fearful that you will end up, and you're saying, I don't want to be in a third-party situation. You're not saying what you want. You see? You need to say you want to be in a relationship where you can trust, and where there can be trust. And you need to believe that it is possible, because that's the fear. The fear is in that you don't really believe. You don't believe what Spirit is going to send you. You don't believe the Spirit is going to send you something worthy, because you can't see it, because you don't know it. You don't know what it is, and you're fearful. But the desire is to have a trusting, open relationship. And that is what you need to project forward to Spirit. Libra, it's very precise here where this is ending up. And then we have the 10 of Wands to say that you're going to put the burden down. You have the 9 going to the 10. So being open and allowing yourself allowing yourself to have a good relationship, then the burden will be put down. You'll be able to trust. And then this would be a question of when, not if. And again, this is a marker for time, and the 9 of Wands is represented by Virgo. So we're looking at September, end of October, or mid-October to beginning of September is when your level of trust will shift, and you will have a little more faith in yourself and in your ability to be in a relationship. If something it's going to fade away, you're going to put an end to the worries, because Spirit's going to send you what you really need. You see? Here we have the Knight of Swords. So again, the Knight, we had the Knight of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords, and we have the Empress showing with the Star. So destiny is opening up for you, helping you to find your way. And the Knight of Swords is some news coming towards you. And it's going to be very, very harmonious, very soothing, very loving, very, very welcoming, this news, because it's the Empress that is in tow here. He's bringing news about abundance. He's bringing news, and abundance can take any form, and this is more of an emotional, I'm feeling this more of an emotional connection here. News of great love, of great wealth, great everything. It's just not, it's not like the news of winning the lottery. I'm not going to go so far. I mean, if you're playing the lottery, chances are you will win. But I'm not going to say go play the lottery. I'm saying here that whatever news, whatever it is that Spirit is sending you, it's quite worthy. It has value. And you have that sense of home attached to it, that sense of belonging, that sense of family, feeling like it's a part of you. It's a good feeling. Again, that abundance, not being left in the dark, not feeling lonely. It's someone, it's something, it's an event. It is going to trigger you into feeling that you can. Again, the Strength card was there earlier. Here we see the 4 of Pentacles. So that not trusting, coming up with our 9 of Wands. And then we have our High Priestess to say that we need to open up and allow for Spirit to help. Well, here you see that with our 4 of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands with our King of Wands. So a match, a very passionate match with the 9 of Pentacles is going to bring you satisfaction, and your life is going to change. Like I said, there is abundance, there is wealth, there is any kind of sense of belonging that you could feel, and the comfort of home is what is coming towards you. Now we're looking at September, we're looking at a month from now, so July going into August for some of you, and then it says destiny. So you don't really have to do very much. You've done enough. Let's see, we have a few more cards here. The satisfaction about your life is going to change. And then we have the Knight of Cups. You see, it's a proposal for love. We have that connection where you make a choice about what you really want. You're going to do what you really want to do. You're going to be able to do what you want to do because of that abundance that's coming, that sense of freedom, that sense of belonging, of having everything that you need, because that's what he provides. And Spirit is saying that you are on your way to having that because you went through the third party situation, or family is no longer hindering you, or if people that you were working with in the past is coming around to help you rather than hinder you. Again, take it as it resonates. Huh? Either way, something very positive. King and Queen of Wands here suggests that if it is that you are meeting up with someone, they are a match. Again, the passion, the creativity, that sense of working together, building something together is what they represent as a team. So take it again as it resonates. If it is not a partnership in the sense where it's romance, it is on the working level. And if it is a project that you're working on, it's from school, then there it is again. You have the perfect partnership that will bring you to complete what it is that you need to get done. And you will have that sense of belonging, but it's something that you're not expecting. Could be someone, could be something. Just look out. Keep an eye out, because it is to help you overcome, and you just have to follow your instincts. Be open to the signs that are being shown to you, Libra. Oh, it's a beautiful read. News is coming. So let's see what the oracle message is here from our astrology, herbal astrology. Again, this is for healing, so it could be physical, emotional, spiritual. I think there's another one that I'm not saying. Mental, that's the one. So let's see, what is the oracle message for, I was going to say Virgo. Could be a Virgo coming around. But then it's in the month of Virgo that you're going to get that sense of, I can trust again. I can take this to another level. I can be in a relationship. And here we have Dragon's Blood. Interesting. Transformation. It's a sense of changing. It is facing that which is dark inside of you. Again, that is emotional healing with our Dragon's Blood. Let's see what the book says on this one. Again, it's a 51, so it's a 6, and that is, again, that's change. That is where see it belongs to Pluto, and Pluto is all about change. And then we have asteroids, Dragon's Blood. Here we go. So it's connected to Pluto, but again, that's where we see the Death card, where we see change coming in. And let's see if I can read. It's a little dark here. It's oneness merging with the divine, access to the world soul, and we saw the world card. So it is you coming to an end of a cycle and then starting up anew. It's occult knowledge, intuition, universal donor, entry into great void. So really going through the portal of change, and having healed and absorbed the suffering, and knowing that it is worth the effort. All right, let's see the guidance here. See, it says here, physically, dragon's blood is the epitome of Plutonian and Scorpionic energy, as both archetypically rule the symbol of blood. Shamans have used dragon's blood in spell work, rituals, and protection, purification, and consecration. In Christian art, the dragon was symbolic of evil and sin, yet many other traditions hold that serpent deities like dragons are benevolent, sharp-eyed dwellers that hold the mystery of the great void. So your guidance, again, you're being guided, you're being led. This is destiny. This is completely out of your hands. But because of what you've done, because of what you've experienced in this life, could be lifetimes before now too, that now you've earned the right. Dragons are ancient guardians of the earth, symbolizing hidden knowledge and auspicious powers of supernatural origin. Dragons are etheric beings that that inhabit the deeper pockets of the ethers and have dominion over the four elements. Dragon's blood core oozes blood, representing the collective blood, the blood of nature, and serving as a gateway to the anima mundi, the world's soul. As you enter the all-seeing portal of the great void, don't shy away from its vastness. Embrace it as you are undergoing this great initiation. Within this awakening, you will discover the unique pattern you contribute to the great tapestry of life. Again, what you've done in the past, what you want to do now, it's all connected. This is why we have this moon card here. It is for this dragon's blood. It is hidden from you for a reason. Libra, news is coming. You are going to have everything that you need. You are destined. Whatever is coming next is destined to happen to you. And it is in a good light, because you're going to see that you can open up and share rather than just keep holding back. The Queen of Wands is that innovator, that independence, but she's matched with her king. So you're going to see a connection with a particular person. It could be a group, it could be a place. And from there, you're going to get your satisfaction. And your life is going to change. You're going to evolve. Now, just take it as it resonates. If you've been hurt, you've been going through a rough time, you're coming in and out of a depression, then you're going the right way. You really are going the right way. It's going to come to an end. Whatever hurt that you've been through, it is coming to an end. And you will be able to trust again. It's a little difficult and you may be a bit weary, but that's okay. You are allowed to be a little bit weary. On that note, Libra, I thank you again for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.